Looks like a beautiful bouquet of flowers, right? Surprise! It is actually the cutest water bottle bag. In today's video, I will walk you through every step to crochet this complete sunflower version. Now, if you have fallen in love with the rose or the adorable animal designs you see here, feel free to pause the video and check the link in my description. I have written the full, detailed pattern for all of them there, and I truly appreciate your support. But, if you are ready to make this sunny sunflower bag with me today, grab your yarn, and let's get started. Let's start with the base of the bouquet. Holding 2 strands of yarn together and using a 4.0mm hook. Make a magic ring. Chain 1. Then work 8 single crochets into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Join the round with a slip stitch into the very first single crochet. Now, moving on to round 2, working in the back loop only, or BLO. From here on, we will follow a general rule: we will work in joined rounds. This means you will chain 1 at the beginning of each round, and close the round with a slip stitch into the first single crochet. Place 1 increase in every stitch. An increase means placing 2 single crochets into the same stitch. For round 3, make 1 single crochet, followed by 1 increase. Repeat this pattern all the way around. For round 4, work 1 single crochet, one increase, and then 1 single crochet. Repeat this pattern all the way around. For round 5, make 3 single crochets, followed by 1 increase. Repeat this pattern all the way around. For rounds 6 and 7, please follow the increase pattern displayed on the screen. Feel free to pause the video here so you can catch up with me. For round 8, place 1 single crochet in every stitch all the way around. For rounds 9 through 13, you will simply repeat the pattern from round 8. Once you have finished round 13, cut the yarn. Next is round 14. We will now use just a single strand of yarn and switch to our 3mm hook. Working in the back loops only. Chain 2. Then work 1 double crochet into that very same stitch. Continue placing 1 double crochet in every stitch all the way around. To keep your work neat, remember to crochet over the yarn tails as you go. For round 15, place 1 double crochet in every stitch all the way around. For round 16, doing the opposite of round 14, we will work in the front loops only, or FLO. Place 1 double crochet in every stitch all the way around. Once you have finished round 16, cut the yarn. Next, let's move on to crocheting the bottom base of the bouquet. Look here. Back in round 2, we worked in the back loops, leaving the front loops unworked. We are going to use them now. Holding 2 strands of yarn together and using our 4mm hook. Insert your hook into that first front loop. Chain 2. And work 3 double crochets into the exact same stitch. 1, 2, 3. Repeat this pattern all the way around. For round 2, place 1 double crochet in every stitch all the way around. Fasten off and hide any remaining yarn tails. Next, we will crochet the border for our bouquet, using a single strand of yarn and your 3mm hook. Let's look back at round 12. We still have those unworked front loops. Insert your hook into the very first loop, making sure the tip of your hook is pointing downwards. Chain 2. And then work 3 double crochets all into that exact same stitch. Repeat this pattern all the way around. For round 2, continue placing 3 double crochets into every single stitch all the way around. Once you are done crocheting, cut the yarn. Next, we are going to crochet the upper mesh section, still using a single strand of yarn and your 3mm hook. Let's look back at round 16. We have those unworked back loops remaining. Insert your hook into the first loop. And chain 10. Skip the next 5 stitches, and place 1 single crochet into the following stitch. Repeat this pattern all the way to the end of the round. At the end of the round, join with a slip stitch into the very first stitch where we started our chain. For round 2, chain 10. Then work 1 single crochet into the chain 10 loop from the previous round. Continue repeating this pattern all the way around. At the end of the round, chain 5. Then work a slip stitch into the 5th chain of the opposite chain loop. For round 3, continue by chaining 10, and then work 1 single crochet into the chain loop below. Repeat this pattern all the way around. At the end of the round, join with a slip stitch into the very first stitch where we started our chain. For round 4, follow the same pattern as round 2. Then, for rounds 5 and 6, repeat the steps from rounds 3 and 4. A small tip, you can adjust the number of stitches in this mesh section depending on how large or small you want your bag to be. For the bag handle, start by chaining 70. Join with a slip stitch to the chain loop on the opposite side, making sure both sides are perfectly balanced. Chain 1. Then, starting from the second chain from your hook, work one single crochet in every stitch all the way back to the beginning. For the drawstring, simply chain 90. Now, I will show you how to crochet the sunflower. The rose and animal head designs are upgraded versions, so if you're interested, please support me by clicking the link in the description below. Using 2 strands of brown yarn held together and a 4mm hook. Start with a magic ring. Chain 1. Work 8 single crochets into the ring. Join with a slip stitch to finish the round, then cut the yarn. Change to yellow yarn and insert your hook into the first single crochet stitch. Chain 2. Then work 4 unfinished double crochets into the same stitch. One, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over and pull through all loops on your hook to create popcorn stitch. Chain 1. Then chain 1 more. And slip stitch into it to form a picot stitch. Chain 2. And slip stitch into the next stitch. Now you have your first petal. Repeat this process until you have completed all 8 petals. Finally, let's crochet the leaf. Chain 8. Starting from the second chain from your hook, work 1 slip stitch. 1 single crochet. 1 half double crochet. 1 double crochet. 1 half double crochet. 1 single crochet. The very last chain, work 3 single crochets into the same stitch. Moving to the opposite side, work 1 single crochet. 1 half double crochet. 1 double crochet. 1 half double crochet. 1 single crochet. And 1 slip stitch. Finally, slip stitch into the first stitch to finish. Cut the yarn. Now, we will glue the leaf underneath the flower. I have prepared 6 flowers for the front of the bouquet and 1 more for the drawstring. Simply use hot glue to attach them to the bouquet. Next, we'll weave the drawstring through the loops just like this. To finish, simply sew the end of the drawstring into the flower, and you're all done. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and leave a comment below so I can keep bringing you more tutorials. Happy crocheting!